Yo, what's good, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy, Mr. Cheap Sense, and hopefully this new phone I just got yesterday enhances my video quality some. If not, oh well, we're gonna have to just rock with it till I can afford something else. But for the most part, you guys probably sitting around and was looking for a video from me, and I actually did one when I got here, but for some strange reason, and I'm calling it divine intervention, maybe the higher power just didn't want that video to get out, or didn't see fit for it to get out, because it did not upload. So what I decided to do is start over from scratch this morning, or this afternoon now, and do it totally different. So a lot of foolishness happened yesterday. As you all know that are friends with me on Facebook, I posted my scent of the day, but I did it in video form because the bottle that I have, which is this decant, doesn't have the name of the fragrance on it. And this was, or is, from Dwayne Bradendorf. And personally speaking, I don't care what others have to say about that man, what other personal issues everyone else has with that man. I choose on my own accord to deal with this man. I am not a sheep. I am a wolf. I don't follow behind the masses. So when everybody else is running out and following behind everybody else and doing what they doing over there, I'm over here by myself scoping out and seeing what best suits me. And if anybody doesn't like it, you don't have to watch the rest of this video. I'm just giving you a heads up. This fragrance is from Dwayne. And if you don't fuck with my guy, then it just is what it is. I understand. So anyway, he sent me this decant a little while back. And this is from Parfums de Marley. And this is Herod. Now, the discrepancy that arrived yesterday on Facebook when I posted the video is, number one, I posted this video on all the groups that I am currently joined to, and nobody had a problem with the video that I know of up until Parfums Vintage saw the video, and this guy messaged me and was like, what does this have to do with Parfums Vintage? And I said absolutely nothing. I'm sorry for interrupting your little group. And then he came back and said something else. And then, you know me, I popped off. And I just went ahead and said, to hell with it. I don't care, whatever. And then somebody, I guess, saw this. And they was like, well, why is yours that color and mine is red? First of all, I don't know anything about any of these fragrances to know what color they're supposed to be. All I've seen are the bottles. And so I messaged Dwayne. Like, soon as I got the picture from this guy saying that his was red and this one is a different color, I asked Dwayne about it. Dwayne actually got on video and videoed himself spraying the fragrance into a decant bottle, and like live right then, to show me that it was this color. So funny thing is, the same guy who came in from Parfums Vintage and said that the fragrance had nothing to do with their group messaged the guy who said something about this fragrance and said that his was red. He told the other guy that, hey, yours is the original batch, and they were that color red back then, but these are the new variations and they are this color. So I don't know who's right and who's wrong, and I honestly don't give two shits. The thing I know is that this is a great smelling fragrance. I like it for fall and winter, and this got me 8+ hours yesterday and 2 compliments. So hey, it just is what it is with me. The fragrance game is really hit or miss. Just because you deal with somebody personally like Dwayne or whatever, that does not mean you're always going to get a solid deal. because that's one of the reasons why I don't fool with eBay, because people can scam you. People have been scammed before, and it's all over the internet how people scam people all the time. Craigslist, eBay, all these places. Like, you never can tell. There's people always making better and better clones and copies of bottles, so you damn near can't tell unless you have the batch code and stuff like that. And then even that sometimes can pass. So just to pass judgment on people for whatever reason, you know, it just is what it is. I mean, whatever reason anybody else has, I'm pretty sure they may be valid or whatever the case may be. But over here, personally speaking, this is just for my personal use only. So, like, I'm not trying to sell this to anybody. I'm not trying to trade this with anybody. So whatever I get from Dwayne is for my own personal use. Now, if you deal with him outside of that, that's your choice. But this is just for my personal use. And whether it's real or fake, it seems to last to me. It got me 8+ and it smells great. And like I said, I got 2 compliments. So that's enough said for me. The only issue I would have is if I actually paid for something and found out it was fake. Then I would have a problem. But this was free of charge from Dwayne, so I don't have an issue with it. I can understand other people's issue because they may have paid money and, you know, whatever the case may be. But for the most part, thank you, Dwayne, for this beautiful fragrance that I have here. Supposedly, this is the new batch variation, or, you know, something like that. That's why it's this color, I'm assuming. Nobody else really said anything about the color. I think 2 people might have. I got one message yesterday from that one guy, and I think I got one earlier today or last night, but I didn't see it until this morning. So whatever the case may be, it is what it is, and I'm happy with it. So one other thing I want to touch on also is the sensitivity level. I know this has been an ongoing issue in the fragrance community for a long time. It hasn't just started with when us new jacks came in. I'm sure there were issues way before we even thought about even getting into the fragrance game. People just need to stop being so sensitive about fragrances and these groups and sites and all this stuff, man. They're just fragrances, and you don't have to be always hostile with people. If somebody jumps in your group and posts videos or posts pictures, like, you can find a better way to talk to people and not be so rude about it. I only get rude when they get rude with me, and that's stated and noted in all of my videos. I only have an issue when somebody has an issue with me. And that's the only time I come on here and I vent and give you guys all this hilarious content that I come up with. But for the most part, I'm an easygoing guy. I'm laid back. If you get to know me one-on-one, you'll see that about me. Everybody is drawn to me because of my, you know, my magnetism. That's just how I am. I'm a very chill dude until you cross me. Then you got problems. But other than that, man, people just need to stop being so sensitive when people give their comment or their opinion on fragrances. If you love something to death, then, you know, you may not need to post that. Because if somebody else doesn't like it, then it's going to really offend you. I mean, it's your channel. It's your, you know what I'm saying, whatever, you do what you want to do. But I'm just saying, if you're going to be so sensitive about stuff, just don't do it. As simple as that to me. I mean, I don't get, like, earlier this morning I got another message from another I think it was Montal fragrance group, and the guy came on there and said, "You're in the wrong group, dude," or some shit. And I was like, I didn't know that, you know, your group was for what I said, for snobs only anyway. Or something I said like that. Like, it's not that serious, man. For somebody to, I understand. If your group is going to be only for certain fragrances, then why not just make that known from the beginning in your title, you know what I'm saying, in your title briefing, or, you know, make your page private and only accept people, you know what I'm saying, that are in that like if it's only Parfums vintage, then that's what you should only accept. You shouldn't just accept anybody. Because personally speaking, when I join some of these groups, it's not because of the fragrance itself that's in that group. Like if it says Parfums vintage fragrance group or whatever, I'm not in it for that because I can't afford that. I'm in it just to upload my videos and let people know what I'm wearing for the day. So if that's not what you're interested in on your group, then you should just say that. Or just make your group strictly private. Or if somebody, you know, accepts the request, then you need to thoroughly go through their material or whatever it is, or their page, and look and see like, okay, this dude ain't got nothing Parfums vintage posted on his page, so why are we going to accept it? This doesn't fit our criteria. Don't just accept any old body, and then when they come into your group and they're not talking about what you're talking about, you get butt hurt by it. Because you getting butt hurt with somebody like me ain't gonna do nothing but get you clapped back at. So it's just simple as that, man. But I just left those two groups, Montal and Pineapple Vintage, because I don't wear those. I can't afford them anyway. So what difference does it make to me? It doesn't hurt my feelings not to be in them groups or any other group, much less. I don't really care. I can just leave all the groups and just do my own thing. Personally speaking, it doesn't matter to me. But, I was just trying to be a good sport, join some people's groups, because I know a lot of people out there watch my videos. They know who I am. They like my content. And I just thought I would spread the love a little bit. But obviously, everybody doesn't feel the same way. People are going to be snobby and selfish with their pages and so in their groups. So it just is what it is. So anytime I get any kind of feedback negatively, I'm just going to leave the group. It just is what it is. I don't have time for the foolishness and, people to have their damn tampons in a day or two too long and they feeling shitty. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have time for that. So you guys can keep those uppity ass groups. I'm good. It is what it is. And we're going to keep it moving. So that's all I have for you guys today on this rainy, dreary day, I should say. For the rest of the day, I may just stay indoors and kick it, watch some movies or some football games or whatever is on, and just chill. So from me to you, here's to smelling great. It's been your boy, Mr. Cheap Sense. I'm out. Peace.